Hey guys, welcome back. Let's get this bridge glued down to this guitar. And we can take a huge step forward in getting this thing to play music. And that is the ultimate goal, right? To play music. So gluing on a bridge, you saw in the last video where I cut the tape away that had the finish on it, pulled that out of the way. Now I've scraped whatever little bits may be left that got through a seam in the tape or whatever little weirdness was going on around the edge. I've scraped that, cleaned that. So that's a nice clean area now. There's no glue residue on it or anything. I'll check to make sure I got all that off. I'm gonna do it one more time though. And just make sure you don't feel anything sticky or anything on there. I'm just using the edge of this palette knife here because it's really easy to scratch something at this point if you slip off. All of that feels nice and clean now. There's no residue from tape or anything on it like that. So gluing down a bridge has its own unique set of issues you got to deal with. And one of which is there's bracing in here that comes right across here like this. And so when you try to put a clamp in there to clamp the bridge down, that bracing can kind of get in your way a little bit. And it makes your clamp want to sit at a weird angle. We don't want that to happen. So what I'm going to do in this particular situation, here, let me show you what I'm talking about. Hold on. You can see where these two holes come through right here. And you'll see where these braces are. This is a little piece of plexiglass mirror. I'm gonna see if I can get it in here. And maybe you can see those two holes. Hang on. Okay, I can't quite get the camera angled just right, but you can see the bracing on the top. That dark piece there, that rosewood, and that one hole, look, when I cover it up, you can see the light come through, see? Okay, well, you see that bracing right there coming across there, right where that is, very close to that. Kind of creates a little bit of a hassle when you're gluing up. Hold on, let me move you back. So what I thought I should do is make a caul, a clamping caul, that I can put in there, cut some angles on this, drill the corresponding holes so those screws don't get in the way, and then double stick tape this up underneath inside. That'll give me a flat surface inside, and it gets away from the bracing so no clamps are hitting the bracing, and I can clamp down to that. Does that make any sense to you? Okay, well, that is what I'm going to try to do, and I believe that's exactly what I need to do. So what I want to do first is I just want to put a couple of grooves on here where my screws are. This doesn't have to be real fancy, it just has to be functional. Let me get my microphone on. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. Forgot to put my mic on. So this just needs to be a functional glue block up inside there. Doesn't have to be real fancy. So I'm just going to make a couple of quick angle cuts on here because I know that those braces come down through here like this. From looking down inside there, I can see just about where they are. I'm going to do this and this, and then I'm going to mark these two and just put a notch in it right there like that. I'm going to go cut this out on a bandsaw. I'll be right back. Okay, so I think this will work. Let's test it out real quick. Get these screws, set this back in place. Okay, now let's see if I can get this in there. Let me get that mirror out of there. Okay, I just didn't have it in the right place. There we go. Now, I can feel that in there, and it's right up against those screws that I have sticking in, right there. And now I have a nice flat piece of wood inside there that I can clamp back up against, clamp down to, and all the bracing will be out of the way, okay? So let me put a piece of double stick tape on there, wrestle it back inside there, and then we can glue this bridge down. Just to hold that baby right in place right there. Like that. I'm going to make it even smaller than that because I only need it to hold on for just a minute. Just a little piece of tape. Wrestle that back inside there. There we go. That's exactly where I want it, right there. Now if that tape will hold it up for just a little while so I can get a clamp on this thing. That's beautiful. Okay, it's in place. Let's see if we can get this back off. Get some glue on it. Come on, and glue this down. All right, all right. That may not be wide enough. Not quite big enough. All right, let's put some glue on here. I told you in the last video I was going to put a little bit of a slight, like a groove around this outside edge. I just scratched it a little bit. And I've done that already, just so it sticks up just a little bit where some of the finish is a little bit in the wrong place. Not really wrong place, but it may be getting up close to underneath the bridge here. All right, we already got that done. Put a little tiny scratch on here. We'll buff that out. I'll be right back. Hey guys, let's skip to the future for a minute. Do a little time travel. During the filming of gluing on the bridge, something happened and the camera cut off. I don't know what happened exactly, but there was a section of time where I was actually putting the clamps through here onto the bridge and clamping it down using those clamps that you will see in the next segment coming up, and the little piece that goes across the top here that holds the two wings down while the center is being clamped. And I think I explained that, but just in case I didn't, hold on one second here. So as you know, I used these kind of clamps to get down inside there, reach down. I put a block up underneath here, and these are great for getting, you know, down inside this long piece here, this long opening. This little block sits on top, and these two wings allow me to tighten. Once this is clamped down onto the center of the bridge, allow me to clamp the two wings and get good downward pressure on it as well while this block is being clamped. So that's what this does, in case you were wondering, okay? So something weird happened. I just want to let you know that I didn't want to just throw the whole video away. So I time traveled into the future to tell you this, and then I'm going to go back in time and let you watch the rest of the video. And once again, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again. So this is a big day for this guitar build and for Worth Guitars, because this is kind of a prototype guitar that I would like to build more of. And I've done a lot of thinking about how I did this. One reason I like this guitar, it's got the classical body style, but it's a steel string neck. I did the bracing like a steel string bracing would be, not like a classical bracing. So it should be able to handle the steel strings. 25.5 inch scale, so it'll feel kind of like playing, you know, a Strat style guitar. And it's got a small body, so it's easy to move around when you're sitting around in the house jamming or taking out to a you know, a campsite or anything like that. It's small. It should have a good sound. I believe that it will. It's made out of great wood. I mean, it'd be hard for it not to have a great sound. And I also have this LR Boggs pickup that I'm going to put in here, which goes under the saddle somewhere down the line. We'll play it for a while first. And we'll put this in there. So I feel really good about that. That is amazing. Got a nice squeeze out in there. Looks good. I need to clean that up. I've got tape in the way, but I can see it. That's beautiful right there. Nice squeeze out across the back. That looks great. I think we got a really nice glue joint here. I'm feeling good about that. All right, I'm gonna clean up some of this stuff, and I won't put you guys through the boredom of me working a tool around there and trying to get the glue up before it dries. I just wanted to do this with you guys because you guys have watched this whole guitar. For those of you that have watched, you've watched this whole guitar be built. And that's kind of cool. And what I will try to do one day, if I can find some time, is I'll put it all in an album so that when you go to YouTube, if you wanted to watch this from beginning to end, you could see the whole sequence without any breaks on the channel. Does that make sense to you? I'm sure it does. I think it makes sense to me. All right, that's all I got for you today, guys. Just a very quick video. Show you gluing down this bridge right here. And I feel really great about that. We got a great glue joint. Everything went well. I can't wait until tomorrow when I can take it off, start working on the saddle and the nut, okay? And we'll do that as well. We'll video that as well, I should say. So that's all I have today, guys. Thanks for watching. Hit the thumbs up button if you like. Don't forget to throw a comment down there in the comment section if you got something to say. Please, by all means, say it, all right? And I think that's it. Peace. Y'all go see some guitar players. Go watch some bands, all right? Peace out. Mirth Guitars.